Hi, everybody. This is Derek Smith. Welcome to Derek's Media Services. Today, I want to welcome you all to the webinar series of the COVID-19 series of the webinar. Today, it is my honor for me to have a special guest of honor, Karyn Harvey. She's a friend, a speaker, pathologist.
Psychologist.
Yeah, psychologist.
I have pathology.
Yeah, and then she's a great person and a good friend to me and my mom. So I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, and Karyn, can you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Wow. Well, first of all, I am so honored. It's very exciting to be with you both. We tried this once before, and I'm so bad with technology. I'm sure it was my fault with the
It's
Facebook
okay.
Live. I'm sure I did the wrong thing.
It's
And,
okay.
and Derek, I appreciate you so much. I really appreciate how you don't give up,
Right.
which is wonderful. That is a great quality. And
Right.
you and your mom are dear friends, so it's just an honor to be able to be with you. And
Right.
I'm a psychologist. You know, your mom asked me to say a little about myself. I'm a psychologist, and I work in the area of disability differences, right? People with all kinds of differences. I do therapy with a lot of people, and do some speaking and writing. And I am just really excited about being here today.
So I have been staying home for over about 3 weeks now. There has been some big changes, as you may heard, in my big life right now. Big changes. As you can tell, my work at Great Life has been closed for almost a long time.
About 3 weeks so
About
far.
3 weeks so far. I can't do much volunteering at all because of the COVID right now.
Yep. He volunteers at a nursing home and an assisted living, and they have been, and they have been closed. So he isn't able to go there.
Right. Then I can't go to my church or Bible study because we're doing it through Zoom now. Because of right now. The other thing is it's been really hard sometimes and frustration when friends, are going through the same thing like I'm doing right now. Do you have any recommendations or suggestions on the tips that for others who are going through this, like any books or anything come to mind?
Yeah, that is a great question, Derek, because it's a tough time. And if it's any comfort, it's a tough time for everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody, right? Change isn't easy for humans. So a lot of people are used to going here, going there, no more, right? Like you said, no more going to church and there's your friends at church, no more volunteering at the nursing home and assisted living. And I bet those people are having a hard time because they look forward to seeing you.
Right.
So that's hard for them. I saw you hold up a sign. I thought that was the sweetest thing on earth when I saw that. And a sign to them so that they could see you. That was so sweet. Social media is so great.
Yeah.
But I have to say, you're not alone. And I'm talking to many, many people who are going through similar feelings, having a difficult time. So what I'd like to do is first, I'd like to talk about some of the things that are hard about this.
Yeah.
And some of the, I don't want to say solutions, but some things that might help.
Right. Yes.
So one thing that's hard is not being able to predict what's going to happen next. We've never been through anything like this. When we have a blizzard like you had the other day,
Yeah.
right? Or a hurricane, even an earthquake, okay, we have to take care of these things, see what the damage is, figure out what to do, fix whatever got broken, and then move forward. Yeah. But we have never lived through a pandemic like this in our lifetimes.
Right.
This is totally new. So what do we do? Right? Like just now, I'm not supposed to touch my face. I touch my face all the time.
Right.
That's why I have to wash my hands constantly because I
Yeah.
can't stop touching my face.
Right.
That's life, right? So but we've never done this before. So number one, it's hard to know what to do. And number two, we can't predict what's happening next.
Right.
And that makes all people feel somewhat anxious, a little unsteady, not quite on their feet, because you don't know weeks from now what it's going to be like. Like I look at my schedule and everything on my schedule that I had, it's all zero, right? I have to take everything off, delete, because those things aren't happening anymore.
Right.
So what we have to look at is how to figure out the new normal.
Right.
What is the new normal? And I saw you and your mom do a really, really smart thing.
Yeah.
Because you guys put it on Facebook, doing a schedule.
Yeah.
Like having a schedule for yourself. One thing that I do that helps a lot is to make a list of maybe 4 or 5 things that I want to accomplish that day, and very small things. Like, make tuna fish, just, these are people I want to call. This is something I want to work on. This is something I want to read a little bit of.
Right.
And I just have a list of 5 things, and I say, okay, I'm going to schedule my day around doing these 5 things, not 10 or 20.
Right.
We don't want to overwhelm ourselves.
Right.
But 5 things. That's one way to help deal with not having a predictable life. So we can make our routine and make predictable what our small day will be like.
Right.
Like, okay, I'm going to do these 5 things and make them some things that are doable. Not like, I'm going to write the next great novel.
Right.
I mean, maybe you'll write the first paragraph of it. I don't know.
Right.
But, we want to make it doable. So that's one thing. One way to combat that problem of not being able to predict. Another problem is being isolated, right?
Yeah.
Like you said, Derek, that's so hard, isn't it?
Yes.
Not being able to see the people you see and talk to the people you talk to. So we have a beautiful thing. It's called a phone.
Yeah.
Right? I have a friend who said that they were so happy because they were able to, finally use the computer with Zoom and use their cell phone. And they said if it had been just 8 or 10 years ago, they wouldn't be able to do any of that.
Right.
Right. And at best, we had a flip phone that we just had to use our landline, and and we couldn't really connect like this face to face,
right,
or use FaceTime. So that's a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
And because now in 2020, many people have that kind of technology, so we can do face-to-face interaction, because it's very important to fight against being isolated.
Right.
That's a very important thing. We want to really work on just being able to connect in some way with our friends.
Right.
We're with family. Some people are living by themselves, and that's hard.
Yeah.
Right? Because you can get really lonely. So you want to pick up the phone.
Yeah.
You want to pick up the phone. What I do is I'm scheduling phone calls with people.
Yeah.
I will text them and say, let's talk. Hey, how about tomorrow night at 6, so that we can both set aside a lot of time and be ready to have a really nice conversation and spend time together.
Yeah.
I think your mom and I did that.
Right.
Yeah. So scheduling phone calls or FaceTime with people is very helpful, because not only do you then connect, you also then have something to look forward to.
Right.
Right. So it's really important to have things to look forward to.
Right.
So you can look forward to seeing that person. You can set it up and schedule it ahead of time so that you both know, okay, Tuesday at 3, we're going to be together.
Right.
We're going to have a great conversation. And that's really important. Another aspect of that's hard is not being able to move, not being able to go here, go there, do this, do that, because when we're moving, our bodies are happy, right? We're going here, we're going there, we're doing this. And now we're not getting in the car and going places. And if we do, we try to make it quick, because we're not, maybe we get food and come back, because most people have shelter in place orders where the only thing you're allowed to do is food or gas.
Right.
Come right back. So you're not visiting, you're not doing things. And what happens is when our bodies aren't moving, it can store up all the yucky stuff from feeling like, just kind of, right? Kind of anxious, and then it just stays in your body.
Yeah.
So you want to release it. Now, I heard that you guys are having a dance party.
Yep.
That's brilliant. That's the best. So something like that, like have a dance party in your living room. You're even smarter. You've got it going on Zoom with a DJ. You're amazing. So doing things like that is actually very important to move. If you can take walks, walks are really helpful. Of course, you don't want to meet up with friends and be really close together. You need to keep social distancing and not talking to people. Or if what I do is I take a walk every day and I wave and I say hi to my neighbors, but we keep 6 feet at least apart.
Yep.
The dogs don't get that. The dogs are like they're all over you. So that's the only issue.
That's same with my dog too sometimes, but a little different.
Yeah. So you have to do something with your body. Some people do yoga. Some people will go online and do a class online, like a yoga class or Pilates or Zoom, or just anything, even just, 15 minutes of if you've got a treadmill at home, walking on a treadmill, or if you don't, you can just walk up and down the stairs. Just do anything. And if you do it to music, it's more fun. But to release all the feelings from your body. Yeah. To get it out of your body. So those are some things you can do. You can make a little schedule, 4 or 5 goals for yourself for that day, or goals is kind of probably the wrong word, just things you want to do that you're going to do that day. So you can kind of predict and have a nice routine. Yeah. You can connect with other people and even schedule times with other people. Yeah. And then you can move and do things with your body. And those things are very helpful. Right. And one last thing, if I can say one more thing, is something that's also very difficult is that many of us, I know for me, like I see myself and I have a sense of who I am based on my job. Like, well, I'm somebody who does this every day. Now, all of a sudden I'm not doing it. Right. I used to say, well, I'm a speaker and I travel. I'm not traveling. Right. I'm speaking the English language, but I'm not speaking in front of people. Right. So what am I doing? Well, let me try to develop this other side of myself. So some people are doing art projects. Some people are trying to learn something new, taking on something. I have a friend who's trying to learn Spanish. She always wanted to speak Spanish. She's trying to learn Spanish. So it's a good time to take something on to broaden a sense of who you are. Maybe, you like to build things. Well, I'm going to try and figure out how to build this table I always wanted to build, or whatever. Yeah. Right. So taking on something new, kind of expanding and your sense of who you are, doing new projects, trying new things to kind of figure out, wow, I can do more than I thought I could. Like for me, I'm a horrible cook. I'm a very bad cook. And I've always said to myself, Karyn, you're a bad cook. But now I'm trying to get better. So I'm trying to become a better cook. I'm making some things. And so we can change by like trying new things and just having a sense of, oh, I can do this new thing and try this new thing in my own home. Right. And maybe I'm better at things than I thought, or maybe I know I can learn how to do something that I didn't know how to do. Right. So between all those things, having a list of things to do and, connecting with friends and scheduling time with friends, moving, doing something with your body, and then taking on some kind of project, you can stay busy, you can be engaged, and then when you are talking to your friends, you'll have something to talk about. Right. All right. Thank you for the questions.
Those are really good ideas.
Yeah, good ideas too.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything else you'd like to talk about, or should we say that maybe for today that's enough? But we plan to have another conversation with Karyn next week. Yeah. And so if anybody has any questions, they can post them.
Or like what Karyn told me, that we can do when I post it, and then comments comes, and then you can talk about it whenever you want.
And then we'll pass that information on, and Karyn will, we'll have another conversation with Karyn, and she can respond to some of those questions.
Yep.
I would love that.
It's a hard time for a lot of people. And so if we can all help each other kind of get through,
Yeah.
we'd feel a lot better.
Yep.
What does that say?
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So
I want to thank you, Karyn, for the time right now for the interview for today. Next week, you can let me know what time works for you for the next webinar that we're going to have. And at this time, I'll say thank you so much, and we'll talk again.
be safe.
Thank you.
Be well.
Everyone be safe, and you take care. This was wonderful. Thank you.